Welcome back to Ladies University. I'm so happy to see you. Let's get right into the lecture, shall we?
Ladies University!
Today's lecture will be about reciprocity. Yes, because some of you want CEOs but don't even know how to manage your own bank account. Some of you want a man with discipline, but you quit everything you start. Some of y'all want djembe, but you haven't taken care of your own body in years. Some want emotional intelligence, but shut down every time a difficult conversation comes to play. See, the key to reciprocity is value. What is your value? Does it match with his? It doesn't have to be the same exact thing in exchange, no. But the value have to match. You should start asking yourself, what kind of man are you manifesting because of your value? With your value, what kind of men are coming into your world? Naturally. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Everybody wants a high value partner, don't we? But very few people are high value partners themselves. Please ensure that you have value, some type of value, and know what that value is bringing forth in your life. That's not your type. That's just what your current value manifests on a continuous basis. That's why you keep seeing the same exact guy with a different face and physique. It's time to check in with that value. Shall we? Understand that a high value partner looks different for almost everyone. We don't all value the same things. Just ensure that when you find that high value man, or when he comes into your life, he also sees the high value in you. See, we don't all value the same things. Just ensure that when you find, or when that high value man comes into your life, he also see you as a high value woman. Reciprocity. Reciprocity is the exchange. Relationships aren't transactional. They are exchanges. If you expect loyalty, give loyalty. If you expect ambition, be ambitious. If you expect someone to invest in you, ensure that they will get a return on their investment. Don't make it a bad one. Don't make them regret it. Ladies, having standards is perfectly fine. It's just what you need. It's what you need to have, standards. Having double standards is where an issue comes in. See, you want a wealthy man, but you don't have to be a wealthy woman, but you should be the type of woman whose presence adds value to his life in ways that matter to him. Ladies, sometimes you have to ask, would you even hire yourself? Because you have to remember, you're investigating him, but he's also investigating you too. Okay, now let's get into the pop quiz, lady. We always have a pop quiz, don't we? So here we are with a couple true or false questions. I'm gonna need you to listen closely and listen clearly. Reciprocity is when both people bring value to the relationship, even if the value is different. That is true or false, ladies. That is indeed true. Even when that value isn't identical. Both people should be bringing value, even when it's not the same exact thing. A relationship can still be healthy when there's one giver and one receiver. True or false? That is completely false. We need two receivers and two givers. No one should be the one given and given and given, and no one should be the one receiving and receiving. It should be a balance. Let's be polarity, please. Harmony, please. Yes. Let's go to number 3, and this is the last true or false question for the pop quiz. Before asking what someone brings to the relationship, it may be wise for you to ask yourself, what do you bring to the relationship? True or false? That is true. We need to check in and make sure that we are of value before we go out there and try to pick up something that may not be of value because we aren't of value. Or trying to pick up something that is of high value and we aren't quite there yet. So let's check in, shall we? So let's move on. Welcome to the office hours, ladies. Now, if you were to come into class today and ask me, is it unrealistic for you to require a high value man? I would say no, not at all. What I would ask you in return is, if that high value man walked into this classroom today filled with beautiful ladies, would he choose you? Not because you're beautiful, not because you're funny, not because you're a good person. Would he choose you based off your overall value? Because everybody, as we said, wants that high value relationship, but very, very few people have the value that would pay the price for that high value relationship. So you can want it, but make sure you're of value first. Okay, now let's get into the homework, ladies. You already know I always have homework for you. Now, today we will be doing a reciprocity audit. Across the top of your page, write, would I date me? Now, don't just stop there. I'm gonna need you to make a list. I'm gonna need you to rate yourself from 1 to 10 based on these categories: communication, physical health, integrity, ambition, financial responsibility, discipline, affection, understanding, accountability, and reliability. This will start to show you if you are a high value woman yourself and what is even your value anyway. This homework will probably show a little bit of something, okay? So do it and find out what your value is. All right, ladies, that's all I have for the lecture today on reciprocity. Do not lower your standards. Raise your value. The goal is not to chase someone exceptional. The goal is to become someone exceptional yourself. And then your equivalent in value will just simply manifest. Okay, now my ladies, make sure you go to ladiesuniversity.com and make sure that you enrolled. I need to make sure that you're enrolled and you are a student. And if you are in need of any one-on-one sessions, we can also do that too. Tap in with the dean. I'm here for you. You need some advice. You need some guidance. You need some coaching. I'm right here. Tap in at ladiesuniversity.com and we can get you a one-on-one session. Okay, now ladies, that was the bell and class is dismissed. I'll see you next time. Peace.